Welcome to the Love Sessions with Nori and Lily. I'm Nori, and my beautiful co-host is Lily. Hi, Lil.
Hey, Nori.
Hey, Love Sessions number 10.
Wow. Number
No,
10.
no, I know. So, when I was thinking about our topic, about happiness and how our thoughts can keep us from happiness or contribute to our happiness, I kind of stirred up a little hornet's nest on
What did you
Facebook.
do?
Well, I didn't know I was going to, but I was noticing that some people who think about getting even don't really ever get the satisfaction of it. So it wasn't so much that I was thinking about the getting even part, it's just I was noticing how certain thoughts keep us from being happy. Well, apparently those words getting even meant a whole lot more than like squeezing the toothpaste when you're asked not to a lot of people. So it stirred up some spicy conversation.
Oh, I remember that. I remember I commented something on that, like getting even is staying stuck. Keeps you in
Yes,
that
and
stuck. That's why there's no satisfaction.
Right. Well, that's funny because that kind of dovetails. My friend texts me, and she's in California, and I could feel the rage in her text because she was, saying how much she hates traffic and the idiots on the road, and I can't even remember the exact verbiage she used, but I could feel, how her thoughts about the traffic were creating to the feeling of like serious unhappiness. And
Wow.
you saying being stuck kind of triggered that thought.
Being stuck in traffic.
Yeah, being stuck in traffic.
Well,
Yes.
and you know what? Who probably has not had that feeling or doesn't know what that feels like, that frustration of being stuck in traffic,
Right.
right?
Right.
So, yeah, that's a powerful emotion. I'm like remembering how it feels right now. Like, oh, that's just yucky.
I know, but I don't know. That's keeping us from being happy in that moment, right? So being stuck in traffic it seems like being stuck in traffic is what's keeping us from feeling happy, but is it really the being stuck, or is it what we're thinking about being stuck?
Yeah, it's like, what exactly is it that's pissing us off? That we're not moving,
Right.
that we're going to be late, that we've got to get to where we're going. We're so busy. Like, what exactly is it that's keeping us so pissed off in that moment?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I looked at my own feelings of unhappiness in traffic, there was a time in La Jolla, because in La Jolla there's only one road in and one road out, and if something happens to create a blockage, it could take like an hour to go 6 miles, and I had to really take a look at the way that I was feeling, because I was like, come on, I just got out of work, I want to be home, and then I thought, wait a minute, that's not going to make the traffic go any faster, and all it's going to do is make me feel really crummy by the time I get home. So what about this? This isn't about the traffic. This is about the way that I'm thinking about it. And in that moment, I mean, that I kind of had to laugh at myself, And then I could choose to look at palm trees and, these amazing little unique shops that happened to be there that I never noticed. And, but it took that extreme frustration for me to even consider, is it really the traffic, or is it really the lady with 4,000 pennies in the grocery line, and the tape needs to be changed, and the cashier's changing at the same time, and right? It really that? Is it that?
Another so perfect and relatable example, because who hasn't had that experience also? Choosing the shortest line and
Yes.
then all this stuff happens. You know, like you said, the register breaks, or they need
Right.
whatever, manager,
Right.
price check, you know, all these things,
That's
and now
right.
you're stuck there.
That's right. And it's an item that they can't find. So
Yes,
you're like,
exactly.
oh my God, it's taking forever.
So yeah, and what you're thinking is, but I'm stuck. I can't move. I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck. It's, you know, I just thought about it. It's probably like a really helpless feeling.
That's true, because we're not, well, I mean, we all want to get what we want when we want it, and we want to move through the line quickly. But, you know, I don't know. You know, sometimes things have a way of working out that delay might have been just a perfect delay for some other reason.
Right, of course.
But I look at it now and go, okay, how much time am I spending in a situation that I don't have that much control over? But what I do have control over is the way that I feel in that moment.
Yes.
So, you know, what can I do to shift the way that I feel? You know,
Yes.
like, hey, I like your earrings, you know, for the lady in front of me, or, oh, look at that cute old man holding his wife's hand, or just, you know, just shift what I'm thinking about.
I love that, because with that example, you showed, like, you shifted from thinking about yourself and the frustration of what you couldn't do, and then you shifted into observation and just looking for other things around you, like a distraction, and things that probably could make you smile, like, oh, those are cool earrings, or like, oh, how sweet, they're holding hands. And little by little, inch by inch, you ease up that pressure, like, you know, take the pressure off tiny bits at a time, because it's really hard to go from really pissed off
Right.
to happy,
Exactly.
but just ease that pressure off little by little, and think yourself into a better feeling place.
Right.
I'm
Like,
just
if I would have, you know, responded to my friend who texted me while she was in traffic and said, you know, well, you know, is there something you could think about that would be different? I think she probably, her car would have grown bat wings, and she would have come over and smacked me, because she was that angry.
Yeah.
You know, and she was that far away from the happiness that she wanted to be feeling.
Yeah. And we've been there too, also, when we're pissed off at something and somebody's like trying to calm us down, like, calm down or relax,
Right.
or it's okay.
Right.
And it's like, don't tell me to calm down.
Right, right.
You know, like,
So maybe you're happy being pissed off at that moment.
yeah, I was just going to say, I want to be pissed off right now, and
Yeah.
leave me alone.
Yeah. And, you know, sometimes I make the choice. You know, like,
Yes.
I go, okay, you know, I'm really pissed off. Okay, how long do I need to be pissed off? Okay, I'm going to be pissed off for 10 minutes. Then I crack myself up and I'm not pissed off anymore. Then I'm back into being happy.
That's true. That's true. And I think that's a really powerful thing. Like, can we be okay with not being okay for a short amount of time?
I like that.
Yeah. Making that choice. Like, okay, I'm pissed off right now, and I'm okay with the fact that I'm pissed off right now, because it's not going to last. It's going to get better. I'm going to get wherever I have to go, or the line's going to move. They're going to open another register or whatever. But right now, I'm really pissed off, and I'm okay with that. How's that?
That feels really good. And it felt like, okay, maybe we're feeling stuck because we were thinking into the future about where we wanted to be or where we should be, and, you know, we're not getting there. But choosing to have a different feeling in that moment frees up your energy. So even though you might be standing there holding your groceries, you know, in the express line, there's a movement of energy that soothes you.
Mm-hmm.
I might have just got too woo-woo.
Well, I was with you.
Okay, good.
But because, yeah, it's just about moving the energy.
Yeah.
That's whatever you want to call it, whether you're focus or
Right.
whatever. But it's just about moving that into something else.
Right.
And, you know, whether it is looking outside of yourself at what's around you and observing the people around you and what's, you know, what's pretty or what's cute or whatever, or just saying, okay, it's okay that
Right.
this sucks right now. Whatever it is, it's just moving from that
Yeah.
stuck place. It reminds me of and I automatically go to the country song, but I know it comes from a Winston Churchill quote. But if you're going through hell, keep on going. Have you heard that before?
No, I like that.
So the quote is, if you're going through hell, keep going. But then there's a country song, and I forget who sings it. It's a really fun song. Google it, people. And it's if you're going through hell, keep on going. Don't slow down. If you're scared, don't show it. You might get out before the devil even knows you're there. So
that's funny.
It's
I like that.
Yeah, if you're pissed, sometimes you can't think yourself happy.
Right.
You have
just go with it.
Yeah, you have to keep going forward, keep the momentum going. Like, yeah, I'm pissed, and just be okay with that, and think yourself out the other end of it.
So it's really it's sounding like it's a being present thing, because even though you choose to be angry, being aware of the way that you're feeling keeps you going. So if you're going through hell, you're just going to keep going. You're not going to stay there and get burned by flames.
Right.
That's
because
cool.
Yeah, when we're stuck, that's what we feel like. We're stuck. We're helpless. We're stuck in line. We're stuck in traffic. We're helpless. No.
Right.
Just
it's like, what do you mean she's got a bag full of pennies? There's more pennies? Wait a minute. So it's kind of like the way that we look at it shapes whether we feel happy in the moment or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Happiness doesn't always have to feel like, this like glittery, sparkly pink bubble gum or whatever the heck. A lot of times happiness is just being okay in the moment, just okay with whatever is. Like you said, being present. Okay, I'm okay with this. This is okay, and I'm going to get out the other side. It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And being present enough to know that, and to tell yourself that, and soothe yourself. Because isn't that what we say? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go.
Isn't that what we say to other people, like little kids, but even other people when they're stressed or they're hurt or it's okay. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay, right? So can't we say that to ourselves?
Right. So take the moment to be present, to soothe ourselves. Mm-hmm. That's so much better, because the amount of time we spend in traffic, or the amount of time we spend standing in that line, is still going to be the same quantitative amount of time, but how did we choose to direct our thoughts during that time? So am I going to go home, with my face red and my fist balled up, or am I going to go home and go, okay, so I'll shift this in the rest of my evening?
Yeah, and that's an interesting one, because when you're from personal experience, because we've all been there, if you're sitting in traffic and you're pissed, now that's just going to snowball, and you're going to walk in the door pissed, and anyone or anything that crosses your path is probably going to feel that.
Oh yeah.
But if you can shift into that place of being okay with it, and then you walk in the door and you're like, oh, I'm out of that traffic. I'm home. Yay. Whoever, come here, give me a hug. It's a whole different experience.
Yeah. So the way that we look at things really helps determine whether we're feeling happy or feeling okay or feeling unhappy.
Yeah.
Right. And then that Wayne Dyer, what is it? The way when we change the way that we look at things change.
Yeah.
Right.
That's such a powerful concept, and it's absolutely true. And we all have that power. We can all change the way we're looking at every situation. There's not a single situation, no matter how ugly or hopeless it seems, that we can't change the way we're looking at it, just enough to shift it into a different place where we don't feel powerless or stuck.
That's so true. And this week, I got to work with a patient and a family, and the patient was dying, and they had really great senses of humor, even though that they were in that situation. And I was, talking with the lady who I absolutely loved, and I was kind of joking with her. And the last thing that I said to her before I left her room was, "No jumping on the bed tonight." And she just totally cracked up. And that was such a poignant situation that, I don't know, just reflects, in a really big, big way, in a life and death way, what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just shifting the thoughts to something playful made even a time like that happier.
Yeah. And
Crazy.
that to some people it will make so much sense, and there are others that it may horrify, like, oh, how could you make a joke to someone in that situation?
Right. But she was willing to shift her thoughts to something that made her feel better.
Yeah.
And I was happy that I got to make her laugh.
Yes, because it's so powerful. And I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb here, but if perhaps you're maybe one of those people that thought horrifies you, and you think, like, how could you crack a joke to someone that is in that situation? Maybe look at yourself and see where you're stuck. And if you're okay there, then that's fine. That humor is just not something that will penetrate there. But if not, then shift that a little bit and see if that helps you feel better.
Right. But she and her family clearly used humor their whole life. Mm. And since the love sessions is always about bringing love back to you, that lady loved herself enough to pull out one of her favorite, tools, which was humor. Yeah. And she used humor to love herself and her family in that moment.
And I love that you said tools, because humor is one of the best tools, one of the strongest and most reliable tools that we have. Don't get me started talking about my grandma, okay?
That's right.
Let's go there.
That's another one. That's another love session.
Yes, exactly. So it's just, what it really is true that your thoughts can create your happiness or can hinder your happiness. And it's really all up to you.
Yeah, and making the choice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am deeply invested in feeling happy as much
me too.
of the day as possible.
All the time, yeah. Me too, absolutely. But we both get pissed off. I know we both get frustrated. We both get, I know, right? What am I talking about?
Of course we do.
Yeah, but it's okay, and that's the thing. It's like, we deal with it and
just keep rolling.
That's right. Keep on going before the devil knows you're there. Get out.
Right. That's right. I love that. I'm going to keep that in mind today.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Well, I'm happy we got to have this conversation about happiness.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Maybe one of my favorite topics.
Maybe we'll get to talk about humor and your grandmother for love session number 11.
That would be so much fun. I could just hear her laughing right now. Her giggle is one of the things that stays with me. So, yes.
Well, I look forward to that.
This was so much fun. Now I'm laughing at the many times that I've been stuck in the cash register line and been pissed off. So, thank you.
Yeah. It'll be different now because I'll remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to take us out?
Yes. Well, this has been the Love Sessions with Nori and Lily. Love session number 10.
Yay.
Thank you for joining us, and join us for next time. You don't know what we're going to talk about. Maybe I will tell you the story about my grandmother, and it just might horrify you.
Yay. I love that story. I love you. I love everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone. Think yourself happy.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.